All right, before we bring you the updates of Stories of the Weeks by World Economic Forum, and this is the update on US market with the Nasdaq and S&P 500 fell on Wednesday, August 20th, as investors sold tech stocks and moved into less highly valued sectors, as they also awaited remarks from Federal Reserve officials at their Jackson Hole symposium this week. Tech stocks, which drove much of the recovery from Wall Street's April sell-off, have been pulling back. The S&P 500 Technology Index was down on the day, while sectors such as energy, healthcare, and consumer staples rose. The S&P 500 lost 15.59 points, or 0.24%, to end at 6,395.78 points, while the Nasdaq Composite lost 142.09 points, or 0.67%, to 21,172.86, and the Dow Jones Industrial Average rose 16.04 points, or 0.03%, to 44,938.31.
I think things may be heading south today because possibly the prospect of the Fed cutting rates or discussing cutting rates at the meeting on Friday, maybe there's a little less chance of that. I've seen a lot of commentary recently about that there's really not a huge need to cut rates, that the economy is reasonably strong. And what many economists are more worried about is inflation. So I think the market has been up over, for the past several weeks on the prospect of rate cuts, and perhaps that prospect is fading. When Powell speaks, he is very, very measured. So it's really hard to imagine that he would say something that would be like, oh, yes, we're definitely going to cut rates, or we're definitely not going to cut rates. But sometimes if you can parse his words, you may get a little bit of a hint of one direction or the other. So, that is one thing that we would definitely look for. I don't think we would actually get that. I think we're just more likely to want to see what his comments are on the economy